Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Mattel WWE Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar and John Cena action figures. Brock Lesnar is from the Ultimate Edition Series 4 and John Cena is from Series 5. What an Ultimate Edition wrestling figure is, it's basically an elite wrestling figure with a whole bunch of additional accessories. These guys are decked out. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. As you can see, Brock Lesnar, Wrestling, Ultimate Edition, Ultimate Articulation for Authentic Posability by Mattel. Not much going on the top. You can see him at the side, looking all tough. Other side, it simply says Brock Lesnar. At the bottom, there is a barcode, in case that helps anybody, as well as some credits. And then in the back, here's the figure and the actual guy posed up. And then we've got John Cena here. Once again, Ultimate Edition, ton of accessories. Here he is on one side with his hat on. Other side simply says John Cena. At the bottom, there is a barcode and some credits. And then in the back, here's both the figure and the actual person. So with no further ado, let's open them up. Alright, now that we got these figures out of the package, here they are with all their accessories laid out. Brock Lesnar here, who's from Series 4, comes with 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, a total of 3 heads, a removable hat, a removable shirt, and a championship belt. And then John Cena here, who's from Series 5, comes with 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 different hands, 3 different heads, a removable hat, a removable shirt, and a championship belt. Now I got these figures because Brock Lesnar and John Cena are some pretty cool wrestlers, but I can also use them as a bunch of other things in my action figure world. They can be background characters, thugs, or henchmen. They both have that tough guy look to them, and they're fully clothed. In this video, we'll take a look at each of the figures individually. We'll look at their accessories, height, and articulation. We'll compare them to some other similar wrestling figures. And then we'll look at both the figures next to a bunch of different action figures from different various companies to see how they fit in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix them with. So let's go ahead and start off with Brock Lesnar. So here's Brock Lesnar. Like I said before, he's got 6 hands, 3 heads, a removable hat and shirt, and a championship belt. But before we look at his accessories, let's take a look at the actual figure. So I really like the head sculpt. I think it looks great. He's got that tough guy look to him, that mohawk down the middle, bald on the sides. I think the likeness is pretty good. Got the tattoos on his shoulders. Looks like double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. He's got a soft goods shirt. It says Suplex City. He's got some shorts on, some boots. Overall, he looks great. You can see his hand. It says Lesnar. I really like that tough guy. He looks like a big tank. And here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. I did want to point out this really cool tattoo that goes down his chest. Very nicely done. He also has some really nice looking tattoos on his back. Now let's look at his accessories. Let's start off with his wristbands. So they say Fear and Fury. Pretty nice little detail. Here's Brock without the wristbands, and then with them attached. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 6 of them. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. Then, with his next pair of hands, these are some open gripping hands with a pretty large grip. And here's his third pair of hands. These are some semi-open gripping hands with a smaller grip. Now let's look at his heads. He has 3 of them. The first is a pretty normal, tough expression. The second one looks very surprised or concerned. And the third one, he has his mouth open, he's screaming, going berserker. Here's his first head with the normal, tough Brock Lesnar expression. Here's his second head. He looks surprised, like something's coming at him and he can't do anything about it. And here's his third head. This is when he's going to get revenge on whatever move was just done to him. He also comes with his hat. It's like his signature little beanie, made of a kind of hard plastic, nice texture on the outside. Of course, it's hollow on the inside. Here's Brock with the hat off. Then, with his hat on. Now let's look at his soft goods shirt, made of a cloth material. On the front, it says Suplex City welcomes you. On the back, it's got some Velcro, which is how it's going to attach. Here's Brock without the shirt. Then, with his shirt on. And his last accessory is going to be this Wrestling Championship belt. It's red, got gold on the front, got the little holes and pegs to tighten it. Here he is, wearing the belt around his waist. And here, with the belt around his shoulder. Now they're taking a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to top, he's sitting at about 7.0 inches tall, which is going to translate to a hair under 18 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down about that far. He can tilt his head a little bit from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint, you can go about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. Bicep cut below that, double jointed elbows below that, they go in this far. His wrists can rotate and it's going to be hinged as well. It's got a ball joint in his torso. It can rotate around a little bit and go forward and back as well. You can see how you can't see the tattoo unless he's fully back. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs on ball joints that go out this far. Then go forward about that far. Back, not too much. Got a thigh cut below that. Double jointed knees below that. Then his ankle here. It goes up and down. It can tilt and rock a little bit. And then he has toe articulation. Here he is with the only other Brock Lesnar figure that I have. They definitely share the same head sculpt. Now let's look at John Cena. He's got 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 different hands, 3 different heads, a removable hat, a removable shirt, and his championship belt. But before we take a look at his accessories, let's take a look at John Cena. So here he is, nice, little more modern head sculpt, short hair, sort of normal expression, I like it. He's got these dog tags around his chest, looks like double jointed elbows. You can see his sort of boxer sticking up. He's got his signature long shorts, looks pretty good, tennis shoes, double jointed knees. Overall, liking what I'm seeing so far. And then, here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's look at his accessories, and let's start off with his wristbands. So on his wristbands, it says hustle, loyalty, respect, one of his signature phrases. Here's John Cena without the wristbands on. Then, with the wristbands on. Now let's look at his hands. He has 6 of them. Here's Cena with his first pair of hands. He's got that you can't see me thing going on. And then, his next pair of hands, they're flat and outstretched. And here's his last pair of hands. These are some semi-open gripping hands. Now let's look at his heads. He has 3 of them. The one on the left has a more normal expression, a little grin. The one in the middle is smiling, and the one on the right is screaming and he's ready for action. Here's Cena with his first head, got a little bit of a grin or a smirk. Then, with his second head, this one is smiling. And here's his third head, where he's angry and he's about to take somebody down. Now let's look at his hat. This is a cap. It's orange and black. On the front, it says hustle, loyalty, respect. Here's Cena without the hat on. And here he is with the hat on. He can wear the hat forward, or backwards, or even to the side. Here are his dog tags. They're made of a soft, bendable material. You can see the chain and the tags on the front. Here's John with no dog tags. Then, with the dog tags on. Next, let's check out his cloth soft goods shirt. It's black, it's made of cloth. Hustle, loyalty, respect. This is the 4th place you see this. We have it on his shirt, on his hat, on his wristbands, and on his boxers. On the back, it's got some Velcro that's going to hold this thing together. Here he is with his shirt off, then with his shirt on. And his final accessory is going to be this Wrestling Championship belt. It's a black belt with the gold on the front. The detailing is very nice. It's got these pegs that'll attach these holes on the other side. Here's John Cena with the championship belt around his waist, or around his shoulder. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to top, he's sitting at about 6.75 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 17 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Start with his head here. Of course, you can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down about that much. Can tilt his head a little bit from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint. He can go about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows below that. His wrists can rotate and is going to be hinged as well. He's got a ball joint in his torso, can rotate around, can also go forward and back. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs on ball joints, they go about this far. Forward, about that much. Back, not too much. It's got a thigh cut below that. Double jointed knees below that. His ankle here, it can go up and down. It can tilt and rock, and there's toe articulation as well. Here he is next to an older Jakks Pacific John Cena. Then next to several Mattel basic John Cena figures. And here with a few elite John Cena figures. And here's my entire John Cena collection. Looking forward to getting a Peacemaker figure from the upcoming Suicide Squad film. And here they are, getting ready to take on each other in the ring. Now let's check them out, compared with some other action figures. Starting off with some other Mattel WWE Ultimate figures. Here they are with the Ultimate Becky Lynch that also came in Series 5 with John Cena. Then with the Ultimate Series 6 Ringside Collectibles exclusive Charlotte Flair. And here they are next to Ultimate Series 7 Hulk Hogan and The Fiend. Now here they are next to some Mattel Elite Wrestling figures. Then next to some Mattel Basic Wrestling figures. And here next to some female wrestling figures. On the left, we've got a couple Elite female figures, and on the right, some basic. Now, next to some Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. Then, next to some Jazzwares AEW All Elite wrestling figures. Now let's check them out, next to some action figures from different various companies, to see how they fit in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix them with. Here they are, with some DST, or Diamond Select toys. Then, next to some McFarlane figures. And here they are, next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Then, next to some NECA figures. And here they are, next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Here they are, next to some of their Mattel brothers. Here they are with some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here, next to some Mafex figures. Then, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here they are, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And finally, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, these are some very nice figures of both Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I would say they are the best Mattel wrestling figures of both these guys. Their sculpt and paint job is very nice. Their likeness is great for a Mattel figure. Their accessories are fantastic. Their articulation is superb. Overall, these guys are great. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.